And that's one of the new intros right there. Voted best by Nick Smith Films. So we're using that one today. Let's head to South Korea. If it's not extremely apparent yet, I really love cheese. I'm a fan of cheese. I have been my whole life. I've even made cheese. It's a bit of a task. Let's take a look at these right here. The brand is going to be immediately recognizable. Dunkin' Donuts started in Quincy, Massachusetts in 1950. They're global. Um, South Korea has over 900 Dunkin' Donuts locations, and it is their largest international or overseas market. They're in South Korea, beautiful country. The city of Seoul is so peaceful in the way that it's surrounded by nature. So let's take a look at what these are here. Now, unfortunately, I don't think you can get these in the United States anymore. These were imported by a company called Snack Addict or Munch Addict, actually, and they are sold out. Uh, as you can see, they say, I don't know what that says in Korean, but underneath what it says in Korean, if somebody can tell me what that says, please put it in the comments below. Thank you. Uh, Dunkin' cheese in cheese bagel chip. Yes, chip, singular. Well, obviously there are multiple chips in this. The spelling is correct. Now, cheese in cheese? I like bagels. These looked very interesting. So let's open the bag. Let's see what they taste like. Before that, let's take a look at the bag. This right here is the first and only picture ever uploaded to the internets, the interwebs, of the back of this package. Search it. Uh, Not a single image exists of the back of this package. So there it is. As you can see, it's all in Korean, with exception to the expiration date. Now, China does not have expiration dates on snack foods like this. They only have the made on date, and they leave it up to the consumer to determine for themselves what the shelf life is and when the expiration would be. I don't believe that's changed yet in China, or if it's going to be. I seem to remember reading that they were going to change that. Now, let's take a look at the ingredients on the back of the package. This right here, that's too small to read. There is a required import label. These were imported into California, so you're going to see the cancer warning, which I believe is on all Asian imported foods coming into California. It may just be a blanket warning. These were imported by Hamcharam Incorporated in Santa Fe Springs, California, which is going to be down there by Los Angeles. Anytime you hear of a somewhat larger town that you've never heard of, it's going to be down there by Los Angeles. And then, of course, product of Korea. Now, taking a look at the nutritional facts, I'm always looking for sodium. Number one, because my doctor said lower your sodium intake. These have 360 milligrams, which is 16% of the U.S. recommended daily allowance. The serving size is per container. Yay! So you eat the whole bag. Now, the ingredients, the weight is 2.15 ounces or 60 grams. The ingredients they're somewhat simple. I like to see a shorter list of ingredients, and these contain wheat flour, cheese, sugar, salt, yeast, margarine, palm oil, esterified oil. Esterified oil is a modified fat, which is a substitute for trans fats. Butter, blue cheese seasoning. So it lists cheese twice. One, just a blanket term for cheese, as the second ingredient after the flour, and then finally blue cheese. And I do find it interesting that it uses both margarine and butter. So I am on board for these ingredients. Let's see what it tastes like. Let's see if these are easy to open. Yes, they are. Now, once again, I'm not saying everything's better in Japan, but in Japan, you will never see a food package that is difficult to open because when that happens, consumers just won't buy it. So in America, 99% of all of our food packages are frustrating to open. And unfortunately, until we all quit buying stuff like that, it will not change. I'm getting blue cheese on the nose immediately, even though that is the last ingredient. I'm also getting cheddar. So the aroma is cheddar and blue cheese, primarily for me. Here's what's in the bag. A couple of broken ones. It looks like, for the most part, these have made it from South Korea to California, relatively undamaged. Here's what one of these looks like. And let's see what they taste like. Extremely, extremely crunchy. In fact, the texture reminds me of these Calbee Japanese potato sticks, which will actually shatter in your mouth. Now, for a bagel, this is the crispiest version of a bagel that I've ever tasted because they're similar to Jaggerico in shattering in the mouth. Now, I think you can probably hear this crunch coming through the mic quite well. Oh God, those are good. Those are good. Those are good. They also have a couple of other flavors. Um, but if you can find these online in the United States, I would suggest picking them up as soon as you can because the only importer that I've found selling them is located right here in Southern California also. The retailer, which more than likely obtained them directly from this importer from South Korea. So these are absolutely wonderful. I don't know if it's margarine or butter because it has both. To me, if I had to guess, if I were tasting these blindfolded and had not read the ingredients, I wouldn't immediately know that it's a bagel chip. If told that they were from South Korea, that would probably complicate matters more, where I then really wouldn't guess that it was a bagel chip. But the bagel is there, and the primary flavors to me are blue cheese, which I think is odd because that's the very last listed ingredient, so it would have the smallest amount. I would say blue cheese and butter. Would I buy these again? Oh, yes, if I could. But apparently, this is one of the last packages remaining in America, and all of these are getting eaten. That's for sure. It rates a 10/10, no problem. If you like snack food tasting videos like this, be sure to subscribe because I enjoy doing them and there's more to come. Till next time, peace out from San Francisco. Bye.